What is going on, Bulls Nation? So, another rumor came out that the Bulls reached out to Patrick Beverly's representatives, maybe gauge some interest. So, we'll talk about the fit right after this.
Let's talk about one of the most iconic basketball teams in the world. You're listening to Chicago Bulls Nation.
All right, Bulls Nation. So, first we had Russell Westbrook, and we're going to be linked into this buyout candidates left and right because, frankly, we need to. We need to add whatever talent or whatever you want to call them to just ignite this Bulls team because there's nothing going on. So as far as fit, the only fit that Patrick Beverly does have is defense. He's pretty good defensively, and he's a point guard. He's not the type of point guard really that the Bulls need, honestly. The Bulls needs like a quicker point guard that could, basically leave somebody off the dribble because no one in the Bulls, Ayo is fast, but he's not really smoking anyone, off the dribble, but somebody like that who is also a smart and play make and shoot the three, which Patrick Beverly does not. So he checks the bill and part of, being a point guard, and defensive wise, he's pretty good. Then again, we already have Alex Caruso for that. So, but you can see how disruptive they will be if you got Beverly and Caruso on the lineup. That would also be horrible in the offensive end, which is the Bulls need a lot of help right now because for whatever reason, we don't know the reason, is that we have three offensive players, yet we cannot score. So that is another problem for the Bulls if they add Patrick Beverly, is that, he's not really an offensive-minded guy, which at this point, our defense is decent, but our offense is struggling. But that's not Patrick Beverly's fault, though. That is Billy Donovan's fault. However, that is where we're at. Now, in what areas do I think he's a good fit for the Bulls? I don't even think anyone's a good fit for the Bulls right now until we have Billy Donovan as a coach. However, I think Patrick Beverly, if we're not going to get Russell Westbrook, of course, Russell Westbrook is still my number one option just because he can push the pace. He has this fire in him. He gives 100% all the time. You can make those arguments with Patrick Beverly as well in a much lower tier. A lot lower tier because obviously, Russell Westbrook is a Hall of Famer, still playing at a high level. He's not the Russell Westbrook of 2017, but he can still put the bucket. You can still put the ball in the bucket. So Patrick Beverly, what he does give you is intangibles, though, kind of like Alex Caruso, but in a more intense way. Alex Caruso is intense defensively. He's really good. He's probably better than Patrick Beverly right now defensively, but Patrick Beverly can jaw the heck out of not just his teammates, but the opposing team as well. Patrick Beverly is a menace. That's what I would give to Patrick Beverly, is that something that the Bulls is lacking for a long time now is somebody who has the balls basically to call out the other team. This bunch that we do have is a bunch of, I don't know, man, Boy Scouts that even the Orlando Magic is showing us up, which that can't happen. This is the Chicago Bulls. This is a veteran team that if we had a different coach, we'd be in the 4th seed right now with the talent that we do have. But unfortunately, that's not the case. But if we do have Patrick Beverly, maybe, just maybe, it would ignite a fire, kind of like what Russell Westbrook would bring towards, like with DeMar and the other team. Maybe they'll start jawing. Maybe they'll start taking this shit personally. Because right now, as you can see from the last game last night, everyone's just pedestrian. Like, okay, whatever, we lost. It is what it is. But with Patrick Beverly, maybe, I'm just saying maybe he'll ignite something. Like that the difference between this and the Minnesota team is that Minnesota was young. We're full of veterans right now. Like we have a veteran team, and maybe if you put somebody like Bev who could, again, create some havoc, not just, on defense, but in the overall demeanor of the team. Maybe they'll have that swagger. I don't know. At this point, I am willing to try anything. Heck, if whoever is out there that can handle the ball and play, ideally I would like, Derrick Rose as well. He can handle the ball, facilitate, even though he's 34 years old. But whoever is in right now that can give us a little bit of momentum, a little bit of spark, I'll take it. I'd take it as long as Billy plays them, because we know we have Dalen Terry, who's not Patrick Beverly, but his energy is infectious. You saw it last night when they put Dalen Terry on. He put a little bit of like life into this lifeless Bulls team, but he got taken out because he doesn't know ISO, and we need to score, and DeMar needs to stay in the game, even though he's hurt. But maybe, again, willing to try anything here. What is there to lose? We're number 11. At the worst, we have another hometown kid in Patrick Beverly, a Chicago native. Maybe he'll bring the swagger back. Or if he doesn't, what's the worst thing can happen? We'll be 12th. We'll be 13th. I don't know if we can at this point, Charlotte, I don't think we can out-tank them, or Detroit, or anything like that. So what are we going to have? We're out of the play-in currently. At this rate, the best we can do is 10 or 9 and be out. We're not even in the playoffs. So why not try something new, right? So this is one of the latest, I guess, buyout candidates, which I would do sporadically throughout this. I don't want to talk about the games. They're just horrible. I don't want to talk about that. So maybe adding players. We need to add players right now on the buyout market. And you can't be picky. This is the buyout. They're buyout for a reason. So right now, Patrick Beverly is kind of like my second choice after Russell Westbrook. It's not a whole lot of pool of talent to, picked around there. So let me know on the comments, what are your thoughts? Would you rather stay put than add Patrick Beverly? Just crazy to think, because it's not like we are doing so good, and Patrick Beverly is going to mess up. He's gonna mess up the chemistry of this team, or he's not gonna shoot. No one shoots in this team. So it's not, and you look at the buyout market, no one shoots in the buyout market as well. So I don't know, man. At this point, hey, if it's gonna be comical, we might as well go out in a blaze of glory. So thank you for watching, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you're a Bulls fan, and I'll see you in the next video.